I gotta start this video off by apologizing to EJG12 because he sent me a box. He decided to send me a box, and I think it was partly in response to me trying to promote his channel some, just because I really like his videos. I think he makes great content, and I actually tied his channel into my giveaway for the month of September. But anyway, so he sent me this box, and I did the unboxing and everything. Put the video up. The audio was perfectly fine when I was editing. Everything was fine. But within the transition to video on YouTube, something went wrong. My audio dropped out. My voice was just completely gone. All it was the music. On top of that, there was like a copyright strike for the music. That to me, not such a big deal, just because you know, the way it is now on YouTube, they basically will put an ad on your video possibly, and you know, if you have some copyrighted material, and you know, the copyright owner will get some money off of it, possibly off the views. I don't care about that. As long as they're not messing with my channel, that's fine with me. But yeah, it was unfortunate that my original reactions did not stay recorded properly, so I am doing sort of a re-unboxing, even though I'm not actually opening up the box. I had the items out, but I do want to show you all the things that EJG12 was nice enough to send to me. And also down in the description, I will give you the details of the giveaway. Time is really running out on it. I'm going to do the drawing on the 24th, so the time is really running out, but it's not quite too late at this point to get involved with that giveaway. But I'm not going to waste time really talking about the details of that. You can just check that down in the description. Let me go ahead and get to the items that he sent my way. And I'm going to start off with the smaller items first. Now, one of the things he sent me, this was already opened up, and I had no idea what this was meant to be at first. Once I realized what was inside, though, it became pretty obvious. I've actually seen this before, but I've seen it with different coloring. This one right here is just all purple, but within the video game that it comes from, I believe it's usually like a silver color, and it flies down from the sky. You know, it touches down, and then out of it comes, especially in the first game, you know, a pretty aggravating enemy. And so from the Halo series, these are one of the main enemies. I can't remember their exact name. I know the Arbiter was one of these as well. I think they're just called Elites or something like that. But and my camera's having a little bit of trouble focusing, especially with this being so small. But yeah, that's one of those. And this is, I think, a Mega Bloks figure possibly. So I've never had any Mega Bloks figures before, so these are pretty new to me, but they are pretty cool. And I know I tend to see these at Walgreens, and they're usually a pretty reasonable price at Walgreens as well. Another Mega Bloks, I believe this is another Mega Bloks figure here, is Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles, of course. One thing I'm kind of curious about, originally his sword was here. I moved his sword back to his sheath, and he just has the one sword here. Normally he has two, but that's, you know, it's all good there. I am curious though what this book, what's up with this book that he's holding here. I'm really not sure what that's meant to be. If anybody knows what that book, you know, what's up with him holding that book, please fill me in, because I'm kind of curious about that. But again, you know, Leonardo Mega Bloks figure there. Pretty cool. And make sure he stands up well. Yeah, good to go. Something else I've seen at Walgreens as well. Now, when they first had these on store shelves, I think they were way overpriced. I think they ran around $8 or so, and then they did start to mark them down. I think that's why they finally started to sell pretty well. But this is a little mini bobblehead here. It's from the Marvel Superhero Secret Wars series, and you see that it does say there it's a Walgreens exclusive. And they had some more figures in the series. Of course, this is Deadpool here, and let me see if you can see his head actually bobbling there. As a matter of fact, some of these I'll probably leave it in the package for now, because I know that in some of the packages I saw where the heads had come off, and the packaging was intact. So to me, that just shows that it's kind of a fragile figure. So I'm going to leave it in the packaging. But the other ones that they had in this series, they had Spider-Man, Hobgoblin, black suit Spider-Man, Wolverine. Okay, so like I said, I hadn't actually seen these in a while because once they finally brought the price down to where it was a lot more reasonable, then these did start to sell. So it's been a while since I've seen one of these, and yeah, I'm gonna put this along with my other Deadpool items. I do like that it is a little bobblehead there. Like I said, I just got to be careful with it because I have seen some of these damaged actually in the package. Okay, keeping it moving here. He sent me a Mimoji, and I have 3 Harley Quinn Mimojis, even though one of them is a double. So I finally have a different character here, and I have Joker. So of course Joker will be nice to sit along with near, you know, my Harley Quinn stuff. And that is a pretty cool, you know, little figure there. I do like these Mimojis. I don't think I would collect like a whole lot of these, but it's cool to have a couple of them though. And I definitely like that I have the Joker now with the great smile there. Okay, keeping it moving here. This one item is a little plush here, and character fell down. But this plush is really super soft. Like, it feels really nice. And this is from the movie The Boy and the Beast, which is an anime movie that I really do want to see. I think I have it in my Gamefly queue because a lot of people don't seem to know that Gamefly does movies as well. In fact, it's been that way for a good while now that they do movies as well. So with Netflix, I just have a streaming account. I don't bother renting from them anymore. I just rent from Gamefly because I rent games from them as well. So it's just easy to have things, you know, that way for me. So even though I'm sure I'm missing some stuff on Netflix with as far as disc is concerned. Anyway, let me not get off track. So Boy and the Beast, I am looking forward to seeing that movie. This is a plush. I'm not sure if this is a character that's actually within the movie. I guess I'll find out once I actually see it. But again, I like this just because it is super soft. I mean, it really feels nice to hold. And I really don't have I don't think I have anything else that's plush. So this is actually the only plush thing that I own right now. But it is pretty cool. I can see the appeal of collecting those plushes. So next up here, this is a character I'm not familiar with at all. Now, I've seen Star Wars Black Series figures before, but I have never seen this character before. Mosep Benid is the name there. I do like his design. He almost looks like a it's almost like a walrus. Maybe that's what inspired his look, but he does have a cool design. You see his little blaster there. I really like those blasters. You know, just the design from Star Wars. This packaging looks pretty cool as well. See the I think that's a TIE fighter pilot back there. So that's pretty cool. I'm not the hugest Star Wars fan, but I do like the look of this figure. And of course, you know, with that the hook there, I can put this up on the wall. I'll find a good spot for it. So again, if anybody actually like knows this character, let me know about him. I'm not deep in the Star Wars lore. I just watched the movies. I don't really follow the comics. I haven't seen the Clone Wars series, any of that. So yeah, I'm kind of curious about this character to learn more about him. And yes, I can Google it, but I like to hear from my subscribers sometimes. You know, I like to get information from you all. Okay, my emoji's trying to roll away there. Okay, keeping it moving here because there's still more. I mean, EJG12, he really went all out. He sent a lot of different things here. Let me go ahead and show you this comic that he sent. Justice League International. I've never read a Justice League International comic. Of course, I've read Justice League, but not Justice League International. And this Oberon, the name Oberon seems really familiar to me. I feel like I came across an article recently and it mentioned that character. And it's probably because I just constantly, like, if I hear about a comic book character, if I hear a name mentioned, I'm not really familiar with them, then I'll go check out their background. And when you do background on one character, of course, you hear about other ones. So I might go to research one character, and before I know it, I'm like 5 articles deep, you know, looking at different characters. So I think I've come across that name before, but I'm not really familiar with the character, so I have to check it out within this comic. Just want to see here quickly if I can find some good artwork for you all in here. I know I saw a good, here we go. That's a great team picture there. I really like that. I just love to see the DC Comics heroes together. I think they look so cool together. And then you also see, pretty sure that's I want to say it's Booster Gold over there. If it's not, it's definitely a character that looks very similar to him. But I think that's Booster Gold. But yeah, I really love this image here. You see some great characters. Blue Beetle there. I think that's possibly the Red Tornado, Hawkman, Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, Martian Manhunter. Some of the other characters I'm not so sure about. I know that's a Green Lantern there. I'm not really sure about these characters here though, but that's just a great image, and I like this like old school style art. In fact, let me see if they got the date on here. Trying to see if they got the year on here anywhere. Wow, it says 88. So this is going way back. It's pretty good condition for a comic that old. So that's definitely cool. I'll check that out. I haven't had time to read it yet. I'll check it out later on. Next item I want to show here, and this is an item that immediately takes me back to the first movie in the series. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's from the first movie. I recognize it right away. We have a Fast and Furious car here, and this is Brian's first car, you know, RIP to Paul Walker. And yeah, that just takes me right back to that first movie, all the way back when I didn't realize it at first that the first for Fast and Furious, it really is just a remake of Point Break, you might as well say. It's like the exact same plot, but it's just cars instead of surfboards, you know. But still though, I really do like this movie series, and I think this car looks awesome. If you can see in here, it actually has a little stand there, so this can be displayed out of box, but I like the way it looks in the box right now. Plus it actually has, you know, Fast and Furious on it. So yeah, I think I'll keep this in the box to display. Notice here that it says diecast, and then you see here Jada. So Jada Toys is the same company that actually makes the Metals diecast figures. You see back there I have the Joker and Harley Quinn, the other Harley Quinn there as well. That's just a metallic colored Harley Quinn, then the actual colored Harley Quinn there. So yeah, it's the same company. Jada Toys makes those figures, and they also make actual vehicles. I think they actually started with vehicles and then they moved on to the figures. So this is very cool. You take a look at the back of the box here, you see a lot of other rides that should look familiar from the movie series. You know, this was, I want to say this is the car that Brian had in part 2, Too Fast, Too Furious. And I think Dom's Dodge Charger, I want to say that's from the most recent movie. If not the most recent one, then the one before, but I think it was the most recent, along with Decker's Fast Attack as well. Either that was 7 or 6. But yes, a lot of these cars look very familiar to me because I do follow that series, and I have seen all of the movies. So again, this is great to have into display. And again, RIP Paul Walker. I think you know, let's be real about it. I don't think he was like the greatest actor, but he just had a charm about him. Definitely meant to be on the big screen, you know, so he definitely missed. Moving on here, the next item that I'll share with you. This is something I saw in a store before, and I thought it was so cool. And so when EJG12 decided to send this to me, I was pretty surprised and pretty happy as well. This is the Earth 23 Superman figure, and this is a DC Comics Multiverse figure. And you see here that the Earth 23 Superman is actually African American, even though I prefer to say black. But you know, some people say African American, trying to be politically correct. But yeah, he's a black Superman. That's pretty cool. The cape is kind of hard to see in the package because it almost blends into the background, but he does have a cape on there as well. Okay, let's check out the side art here. Very cool artwork there. You see that with these figures, if you're not familiar with them, they give you different pieces, and then you can piece together another figure. So in this case, if you were to get this whole series, you could put together the Justice Buster, which I've never read a comic that features the Justice Buster, and I'm not recalling it in any cartoons either, but if there's a cartoon that features it, I would definitely like to check it out and see the Justice Buster in action. So also from this series, they have Batman, of course. I mean, Batman pops up pretty much everywhere. The Joker, and I really do like that version of the Joker that they have there. He looks very menacing. They got Arrow. Okay, that's the Superman that I actually have here. Flash and Reverse Flash. Okay, so pretty cool series, and like I said, this is pretty awesome. And I've already had this hanging up on my wall, and after I'm done with this video, I'm going to put it back up on the wall. Yeah, just a great looking figure, very cool. Okay, next item here. I'm going to save one item for last, even though I think you all know by now that it's coming. If you paid attention to the thumbnail, you know it's coming. But one of my favorite items, and this just really brings out the little kid in me. He sent me this little item here. See, it says Batman on there, and it has a button, so I think you know what this is. Can you kind of see what's going on there? You see some light, but this is not just a flashlight. Let me show you here. Boom. The bat signal. I tell you, I've already been having fun playing around with this, just shining it on the wall, especially when I'm like about to go to bed playing around with this. It just makes me feel like a little kid to have this. So this is actually one of my favorite items in this box, you know, out of what he sent me. This is pretty cool, pretty cool, you know, to play around with. I really like this, really like that. So yeah, that's a great item. And then the last item I'm going to share here, and I knew that he was sending this my way. In fact, he checked with me to make sure that I didn't have it and that I wasn't going out to purchase it. And it looks a lot better in person than it did in the pictures. In the pictures, I was like, it's okay, I could kind of take it or leave it. But now that I have seen this Captain America Kohl's exclusive with the photon shield in person, I'm like, this is pretty awesome. And I think this jumps right to the top of the list with my favorite, you know, being my favorite Captain America. And it does look like, I haven't taken him out of the box, I'm going to leave him in the box, but it looks like the shield is removable, like it has been with some of the other figures. I'm not sure if you can put it on his back or not, like with the Captain America from Civil War, but it looks like you could at least move it from arm to arm. But yeah, the colors on this, they just look amazing in person. The paint job, what I was worried about, I was seeing some people with some rough paint jobs. I mean, you have to look really close to see that the edge isn't quite perfect, but that's kind of nitpicking because, I mean, it's just a cool looking figure here. And this was done as part of Captain America's 75th anniversary. In fact, the back of the box, you see, doesn't even feature any other figures. It just says Captain America 75th anniversary. And I did go to Kohl's looking for this. In fact, I went to Kohl's maybe like 4 times altogether. In fact, I even filmed in there one time. I filmed their toy section just really because I wanted to show people just the horrible condition that their toy section was in. I mean, it's like their toy section was seriously abused, and it's like nobody was taking the time to clean up behind it. It was, I just hope that Kohl's doesn't start getting exclusive pops on a regular basis, because I don't know if that's the way with all of the stores, but at least my local Kohl's, it was just a mess. It was really a mess in there. And the only reason I didn't end up sharing that footage is because, again, I actually had an audio issue. That time the audio stayed, but it was out of sync. The audio kept going out of sync for some reason. So I just kind of gave up on that. And I'll say this as well, just to kind of start wrapping things up here. There have been times, and oops, now I knocked down Leonardo. These little figures fall over easy though, but I will find a good steady spot for them. But I'm going to stop, you know, beating myself up when audio issues or technical issues happen. I tend to do that sometimes, but it happens to everybody. As a matter of fact, over on my TV, I have Game Grumps, their greatest moments from August on pause. And I was watching that and I stopped to go ahead and do this video. But even Game Grumps, they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it's pretty much what they do for a living. They have other ventures as well, but I think it's like the main thing that they do, and they have had audio issues and things like that. I think it just happens to everybody from time to time, and in a way I'm kind of blessed that it has only happened, I think maybe like 3 times to me on my channel, where I've had issues with videos with the audio, maybe 3 or 4 times. So that's not too bad. So I'm not going to sweat it too much, but I do still feel kind of bad. EJG12, like I said, I'm sorry that you didn't get to hear my original reaction, but I definitely want to share everything that you were nice enough to send my way. I'm going to put Captain America back in his spot. In fact, I already have a spot for all of these things, so I'm going to put all these things back in their spot. And this, I'm still gonna keep close to me because, like I said, I really like playing around with this bat signal there. This is awesome. So again, big shout out to EJG12. You all do make sure that you check out his channel. Like I said, I'm gonna put the details of the giveaway down in the description. Supporting his channel will help you with my giveaway, but that's not the only reason I want you to check him out. Even if you don't enter the giveaway, or if you enter and you don't win, please support his channel, because I think he's doing pretty impressive videos. He's really putting that work in. I think he's ahead of the game, because I've seen some other YouTubers that have been at it longer, and I think in terms of creativity, like I said, he's just ahead of the game. I'll just say that. I think he's really on point. So please make sure that you support him. And thank you all for taking the time to check out this video. Plenty more content coming up, so just stay tuned on my channel. Thank you, and you all take care.